Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tabitha if you don't know, and today I just wanted to really chat while I got ready for work. And what I kind of wanted to talk about was Tim Lambesis and Kat Von D. I've been feeling like talking about the current situations that are going on social media, but also my personal opinions on them. Not that those matter too much, but that's what I felt like talking about. So let's start with Tim Lambesis, who, if you don't know, is the frontman for a band called As I Lay Dying. It's a metal band. And he, years ago, 2013, made a really bad decision and tried to hire somebody to kill his estranged wife. He put a hit out on her, essentially. And there was a whole big thing within the metal community about this. I think it was a big stink. It was the only thing that a lot of people talked about, and then anything related to it at all was covered, and yeah, it was just a big old deal. Right. So now, fast forward to a year ago, Tim Lambesis got out. He was found guilty. Of it, and he served time in prison. The rest of the band I think just about all of them in As I Lay Dying started another band called Woven War, and that did pretty well for the most part, right? And then just recently, a week or so ago, we get a music video for an As I Lay Dying song, a new song. And people have been going crazy about it. They think some people are going crazy because of how good it is. Some people are going crazy because they think that you shouldn't support Tim because of what he did, and that he basically should kind of just stop making music. And you can search this out online to get more information. Here's my opinion. Tim Lambesis is not a murderer, as people are saying. A murderer is somebody who's been convicted of a killing that was not an accident. All Tim was, he tried to hire somebody to kill, but he is not a killer, a murderer, right? So let's get that straightened out. Like, now that doesn't make what he did better or worse, just makes it accurate. He didn't kill anybody. He didn't take a weapon himself and try to kill. So, correct facts should be used when discussing anything, because you don't want to continue the spread of misinformation. Fake news, as President Trump calls it. Even though I don't really think he knows what he's saying. But maybe he does. Anyways. Another thing is, while he did do something bad, according to the justice system, he has shown to be not a threat to society anymore, to have served time in prison that is deemed necessary for him to go back into society. Because we have to think about what the prison system is for. It's to help integrate criminals from the bad stuff back into society. Our American system generally doesn't work. There's a lot of repeat offenders. However, that's its purpose, is to take the bad out and let the good back in to protect society. He's done that. He's on parole, as far as I know. So I don't know why people are complaining. Like, if you don't want to support him, fine. If you don't want to support the band, fine. But don't ridicule people who do. I mean, growing up, for me personally, Asley dying was a huge part in becoming an adult. Like, a lot of their songs spoke to me from age 14 until age 20, and now, and that, I mean, it only ended at age 20 because that's when Tim was caught and did the thing, and yeah. But now, I mean, the song that they released, there's one comment on it that was really like, dang. This guy said, "Show us what it means to be human, Tim." And I think we have to remember that at the end of the day, we're all human, and yes, Tim did a really terrible thing. He put the people lives at risk, and as he said, there's a ripple effect. Like, it didn't just affect his estranged wife and the kids that they have together. It also affected his bandmates. It affected fans who really looked up to him as a light in the darkness, you know? For some people, some of my friends, Tim was the only example they had of a Christian, a Christ follower in the, you know, it's who they look to. Like, if I were to become a Christian, I'd want to be like Tim. And then this horrible thing happened, and it changed their minds. You know, like, if he can fall and do such a terrible thing, then I definitely can. You know, it was just a huge ripple effect. And, you know, he acknowledges that fact. And I think that shows personal growth. You know, he's not excusing what he did. He's not saying like, oh, well, because I was on steroids, I did all this messed up stuff. You know, like, that, I mean, that is an excuse. But I think he's said before, but it was just, hey, I wasn't really in my right mind in this situation. And he has shown great remorse for what he did. So I'm just like, let the man be a man. Let him have music. Let the people who are in the band, Josh, Phil, Nick, Jordan, with him, have fun again. I mean, enjoy each other's company, and don't try to make it a negative thing. Like, what a story of forgiveness. Like, these guys, their lives were practically ruined by the decisions that Tim made. The way he acted, the way he was, like, so they forgave him. Let him just be. Like, let him be. And that gets me to the topic of Kat Von D, who recently put out a post on Instagram about anybody putting their own opinions and comments on how she and her husband are deciding to raise their child. Now this topic really hits home for me because I am also a first-time mom, expecting mom, and I definitely I have empathy for her because if you've never been a mom, or if you've never been expecting a child, it's hard to understand the non-desire of unsolicited advice, right? I couldn't imagine having it on the level that Kat Von D has, with hundreds of thousands of followers who don't know her situation, her husband, who think they know her though. They think they do, but you really don't. They think that they can just say, hey, you need to vaccinate your children or your child. And if you don't, you're basically a bad mom. You might as well just kill them. Now, vaccines are a tricky subject to talk about. And being apprehensive at all about vaccinating your child will get you so much backlash. It's like asking a question about vaccines makes you a horrible parent, just ignorant, stupid. The thing is, if you're asking a question about vaccinations, then there's no problem in questioning. Blindly following someone's dictations of how to care for your child because you don't want to look into it, ask questions, find out what's best. I mean, you can still be someone who vaccinates your children. Like Dakota and I plan on vaccinating our child, but they're not all at once. There's recommended time periods to get certain vaccinations for your child, and you don't have to poke them with 20 needles, even though that doesn't happen. Certainly 14 vaccinations, but do research. Like there shouldn't be a problem about doing research and being apprehensive and questioning why. Like the question why is a good question. It's what stirs us into understanding and common ground sometimes to say, hey, I don't understand why you do that. Can you explain it to me? I don't understand why some vaccines are when. And there's not a problem. And Kat Von D, of all people, her dad was a doctor. I don't know if he still practices medicine. I think he's retired, but I don't know. I'm not going to claim that I do. But I do know that he was a practicing doctor. So she knows that's what she grew up around, was this medical field. She has somebody she can go talk to. I think they have different views on it for, you know, veganism and stuff, but still, like, let the woman be the best parent that she knows how to be. Don't think that just because you've had children yourself makes you an expert on raising her child. Same with anybody else. Don't think that you know what's best. If advice is wanted, it will be asked for. And you just gotta let her be. I mean, part of being a parent is figuring it out as you go along, and that's totally fine. So, yeah, this isn't the finished look for my day, but the lipstick I wanted is out in my purse, so that's all I really wanted to talk about. I gotta get dressed and then go to work, so I will see you guys next time.